Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Cleveland Browns versus Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gurley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The numbers in last week's game for Hooper. 7 catches, 79 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And he completes it to Hunt. And they'll get this down to the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And no excitement, unless you're on the defensive team of last week, in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals.
And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Following the fumble recovery, it's Griffin. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Griffin. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
But listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st down, Griffin. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Patrick Queen coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. That one is caught by Hunt. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
Now, I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
11 yards there, first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I can be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run it with Williams. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Jamal Williams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people, but power his way forward.
Tucker now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now third and
working from the gun. Rodgers. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The drive keeps moving.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Ball carrier.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Brings up third down.
And operating from the gun, Rodgers. And it's complete. Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, right.
From the gun, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
For Josh Gordon, incomplete. Marcus Peters on the coverage.
2nd and 10 now. Griffin. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And again, it's Rodgers. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep. Here comes Higgins. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Now Gurley.
And 7.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Todd Gurley, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 8-yard line.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one.
14.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they didn't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it, 6 points on the board. Point after now from Catanzaro.
Extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Now Jackson on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
10 yards.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Ravens.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically, 2nd and 7. This time Jackson will throw it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Fumbled on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field.
7-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And that'll bring them back within 4.
Makes the score Browns 21, Ravens 17.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're saying.
And we'll see if that continues.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete.
Rodgers
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Hard throw, incomplete.
Rodgers pass.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Uses the stiff arm. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school. And he's into the clear. 30. 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens have retaken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Griffin now off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. And that'll make it 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They go play action. Griffin. Open man is Higgins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On first down, it's Gurley. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
On the carry.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Gurley.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Browns on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Gurley. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, now Griffin. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. Now, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right. You can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Yes, and he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on first. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Jackson going to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Gets through and now an opening. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. What a run there. I mean, you got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached to get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
The ball carrier.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
At the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Jackson, option right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns set to take over. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
To throw again is Griffin. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. RG3 with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front.
That could be an important swing right there, a touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Point after now from Catanzaro. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Had an open man that.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The ball carrier, Chuck Clark, brought him down.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the Eagles who were able to swoop in and get the road victory. 24-21, the final score. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at U.S. Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. 31-7, the final score. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. As, folks, you'll see a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
another run here with Dobbins.
At the 37-yard line.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brought down by Patrick Peterson. A gain of 5. First down, Ravens.
And here's Jackson on the option.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
He is good. Makes the score Browns 35, Ravens 34.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Rodgers now on first down. This pass complete to Higgins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, the protection was pretty good there. He was able to hold on to that for a long time, but just nobody could get open.
Excellent coverage downfield. As you mentioned, no one could get open, and he's just trying to avoid the sack and get the ball out of there, but he ends up dumping it off, and it ended up as a negative yardage play.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
To throw is RG3. Throw left side to Higgins. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Now a draw play for Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Down at the 41. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
He was taken down by Reuben Foster. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Jackson now.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Jackson's throw caught here by Boykin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the Browns.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Baltimore.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And Jackson going to hold on to it again.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down by Carl Joseph. A gain of a yard. Brings up.
Here's Dobbins.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Jackson from the shotgun. The quick slant caught.
And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
And I know this quarterback. His instinct, he's going to want to go for it here on 4th and goal. I want to see if the rational heads on the sidelines prevail and they say this late in the game, let's get 3 in the lead. This debate is going to be fun.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as they have taken the lead.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now the Browns coming out on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Here's Griffin. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got Gordon open, completes it. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
At the 45-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And it's complete. Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Patrick Queen able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Patrick Queen bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
And now here come the Ravens. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. To throw again. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he almost intercepted him. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down, Jackson. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He was taken down by Reuben Foster. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and
now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have moved out in front.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Point after now from Catanzaro. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run.
42.
Kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Ravens offense back out there. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
It's a gain of 9.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal.
They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And the Browns getting set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Nickel Roby-Coleman up to make the tackle.
On the pickup.
From the 27, Griffin.
27-yard line. The pass. Calais Campbell on the stop. Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Now he's flushed out. The ball comes out.
Rodgers on the keeper. A fumble on the play.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Jackson on first down. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Ravens.
Jackson's going to look to run it.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. That's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
First down.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 21. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
A gain of 7.
On first down, Dobbins. And he breaks through another tackle. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 2nd down, Williams.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Baltimore.
Jamal Williams, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run.
Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own.
So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 7, less than 90 seconds to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Rodgers pass.
He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. Third down here.
Brings up a third down.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining. So barring a first down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts. And your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, those 2-minute drills, most of them are run in practice without the benefit of timeouts and want to make it as tough a situation as possible. They're in it right now.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Following the penalty, it's Williams. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
49. Browns 49.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And now the attention, it turns to the Browns. Trailing in this one now. A little over 50 seconds remaining. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here.
Starting with 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rodgers. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. This pass complete to Higgins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Rodgers to throw. That one is caught by Hunt. That catch good for only a couple. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 16. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine Donovan Peoples-Jones. And now it's 2nd down. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Zero now for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. 56. So with a second to play, they essentially need a recovery and a run back. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week